two or three colors, 2 or 3 segments of the information there. We have that of pink, we have that of green, and we have blue. The 3 put together represent the average weekday network of a particular day, which is Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or any day of the week. That means each of the color, as has been represented, represents each of the network that is available in that environment. And what are the average use of each of the network per day? That's what we are trying to represent. Put the 3 color together, the information on the 3 color, if you try to put it together, is representing the whole of the network used, but in a way to differentiate which one is higher, which one is more patronized or the other. We try to differentiate it with colors and make it more clearer to the people. Now, let's go to the next one, which we are talking about line chart. Line chart, also line graph, is a type of chart that displays information as a series of data points or marked by straight line or segment. It's not like that of bar chart, it's not like that of pie chart, but this one is just like a line. For example, see an example here. It's just a line with the use of dots to connect the line in order to indicate the point at which the information is being presented. It's just like an ordinary graph that we draw from an information. Now, the next one that we have here is component bar chart. Component bar chart can also be called subdivided bar chart and is used to represent data in which the total magnitude is divided into different components. In the diagram, we first make simple bar charts for each class, taking total magnitude in that class, and later we divide these bars one by one. We divide it into simple bars to make it according to the ratio of the information we want to depict on that particular bars. This type of diagram shows differentiation in different components within each class as well as between different classes. For example, see an example of component bar chart. You can see here that it's just like that of bar chart, ordinary bar chart, but the difference there is that the bars has been divided into different sections. Different section is to show from which point to which other point is an information being represented. Now the last one we have here is pictogram. Pictogram is a symbol which represents which we represent with an object or a concept. For example, a picture of an envelope is used to represent a message through email. It can be used, different pictures can be used to represent different and pass across different messages. Pictograms are common in everyday life. Other examples that we have is sign in public places or roads. They are there to represent and give some information in a diagrammatical way. Whereas the term icon is specific to interface on the computer or other electronic devices. We have different pictures on those ones too as well that give different meaning. When you see a red picture, a picture painted in red, it signifies something, and that is what pictogram is talking about. The use of diagrams or pictures or an object to depict or to pass across a message at one point or the other. That is where pictogram is coming up. Now, see an example. We have pictogram here. This one is to represent the favorite of fruits by people. What are the percentage of people that love apple? You can see it here. What are the percentage of people that love guava? You can see it along there. What are the people that prefer banana? You can see it also there. What is the percentage of the people that love pomegranate? You can see it there. Each of the fruits represent the percentage of the population that loves those fruits and prefers those fruits to the other. Those are the tools that we use to represent, to present the diagram, the information of the economic problem, to analyze it and to give it a meaningful information, a meaningful understanding to the people, so that they will see it and they will be able to understand it very well. Now let's consider the following questions under this topic. Question number 1. Which of the following tools of economic analysis is used when data contains more than one category? A. Bar chart. B. Graph. C. Component bar charts. D. Symbolic statements. Question 2. The figure below is an example of dash. A. Pie chart. B. Bar chart. C. Histogram. D. Component bar chart. Question number 3. Which of the following tools of economic analysis uses symbols to represent data? A. Histogram. B. Pictogram. C. Bar chart. D. Pie chart. Question number 4. Dash among the following statistical tools is used for continuous data? A. Pictogram. B. Histogram. C. Bar chart. D. Multiple bar charts. Question number 5. Another name for component chart is dash. A. Multiplied chart. B. Pie chart. C. Subdivided chart. D. Histogram. Now let's take them one after the other again and try to answer the questions. Which of the following tools of economic analysis is used when data contains more than one category? The correct answer for this particular one is C. Component bar charts. Question number 2 that says the figure below is an example of dash. The correct option, the correct answer for that one is A, which is pie chart. The number 3 that says which of the following tools of economic analysis uses symbols to represent data? The correct answer for that number is B, which says pictogram. Number 4 that says among the following statistical tools is used for continuous data. The correct answer for that one is multiple bar charts, which is option D. Is the one that use statistical tools for continuous data. And the last one, which is another name for component charts, is C, which is subdivided chart. That is another name for component charts. The topic we are to consider now is production. We want to see the production in economics. What is the context under the production? In economics, it has a deeper meaning compared to the general meaning we have for production outside. We ask anybody on the streets that what is production, they will tell you that the production is just to create something from another thing. But in economics, it is more than that. That is what we want to look at. And what are the types of goods that we have? Also, we will look at the types of production. At the same time, we will look at the factors that determine the volume of production. Then we will also consider the importance of production, and also we will see the factors of production. We take them one after the other. Now, what is production? Production is a process of combining various materials, inputs and immaterial inputs such as plants and technical know-how in order to make something for consumption, which we refer to as output. It is the act of creating outputs, a good or services, which have value and contribute to the utility of individual. Utility means satisfaction. Therefore, we want to contribute, we want to create something that will contribute to the satisfaction of an individual. Economic well-being is created in a production process. This means that all economic activities that aim directly or indirectly to satisfy human wants is what we refer to as production. the degree to which the needs are satisfied is often accepted as a measure of economic well-being, and therefore we can therefore define production as the creation of utility. I explain utility to be satisfaction. Utility is the amount of satisfaction we derive from the consumption of a particular product and services. Then, what are the types of goods that we have? We have two major types of goods. Number one, we have consumer goods. Number two, we have producer goods. Now let's take it one after the other. Consumer goods. What is consumer goods? Consumer goods are tangible goods that are purchased for direct consumption to satisfy human wants. Any goods that we bought, any goods that can directly satisfy our needs, that can directly be consumed, that can directly satisfy what we want, is what we refer to as consumer goods. Consumer goods are those goods that are purchased for direct consumption. Consumer goods are for consumption of a consumer, of an individual in the society without any other further process, such as clothing, such as food, such as fuel, such as drinks. So those are the consumer goods. Now we also have different types of the consumer goods. We have durable goods, we have non-durable goods, as you can see from the picture. Then the good durable goods of the consumer goods are the ones that can last longer, more than a particular period of time. It can last for an extended period of time, so much that it is not consumed immediately.